everybody, welcome. My name is Rubydung. Welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I am over here in the Nether with a whole bunch of water around. That is because I am at the Nether water base. It's been a while since I've last been here. For those of the uninitiated, this is my Nether base. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite bases I have here in the world. I really love it. Outside of my main base, which obviously, main base, you kind of have to love your main base. If you don't love your main base, then is it really your main base? But this is a base I made some time ago, back when you were capable of getting water in the Nether by melting ice and basically melting ice, and it would turn into water and all that. So I decided to make a big pool of water out here in the Nether, and then there was this little island that I didn't make anything on, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to build a base on this little island. Did that, and I've been here ever since. However, the problem is, there's not a lot here at this base. I absolutely love this base, but there's not a lot here. So, I have the episode tunnel, which marks every single episode of mine, along with its name and the day it came out. And, if I head all the way up here, I'm going to be getting to the tree farm, which has a second layer. And if I head all the way over here, the nether wart farm, and if I head all the way back over here, something I just recently refreshed, which is going to be my storage, and my furnace, which is not decorated at all. But the furnace here isn't remotely decorated at all, but I am having this being fully functional. It's been burning cobblestone here for a while, and I've been refreshing it with lava buckets fairly often, so that way you can sit here, burn all that up, and put all the output down here, so all the stone and buckets go into these chests over here, so that way I basically can just sit here and collect cobblestone and get stone, because I use stone significantly more than cobblestone. Then, all the way down this little ladder here is my source for lava. So I have a little pool of water here to put myself out, and a large brim so I can get lava. But that's like the only real things I have here over at the Nether water base. And as you can tell, there's not really a ton of luxuries. There's just a furnace, a very small storage system, which isn't even auto-sorting or anything. I have a tree farm, which only uses birch. And I also have some nether wart, which is only useful for when I was doing the skeleton farm and I needed to use health potions. And the episodic thing I don't update enough. And that's really about here the nether water farm, the nether water base. And that makes me really sad. I wanted to be able to actually add a few projects to this, along with a couple of luxuries. For one, I don't have any mushrooms here. I have mushrooms in my main base. I don't have any here. I think this place would be a lot better with some mushrooms. Number two, there's several things that I could absolutely build here that would absolutely assist with having this place be more luxurious, being able to actually help me want to build here, because there is really no incentive. All the main farms are over at my main base, but I have none of them here. And there's some interesting stuff that I can build here. For example, if I wanted to, I do have right above this, if I want to go all the way above the stream, I do have the pig farm above this base. It's right above it. I believe I designed it so it would be as close to the nether water base as I could physically get it. So I have that going for me. So, for example, let me get all the way up there real quick. So, all the way up here, there is this little platform. The water streams go all the way down to the nether water base, and there is this massive pool of water all the way right up here next to the bedrock. That is so if there is anything in the nether, it is at the highest I could have built back when I actually could, because bedrock was at build height, so there was no possibility of putting the water above the bedrock, so I had to build it at the level of the bedrock. And there was also no good way of destroying bedrock back then, so at the level of the bedrock. So I built it all the way up here, and the thing is, right over at this spot, right above the bedrock, eventually you were able to build above the bedrock and destroy it. Well, technically I would ender pearl above it, but there was a good way to get up there, so I decided to build a gold farm. So, right above where this little water source is, like let me hit F3, you're going to see we're at 36,100. Then right here is 36,100 right above the bedrock, so right above it. And if I look up, ta-da! the pig farm ladders. So there is a good possibility if I wanted to do a little bit of construction here, I would need to get a whole bunch of dark oak and begin busting out all of this bedrock up here, so that way I can gain access to the gold farm from the actual nether water base. And I'm probably going to want to make a better system of getting up there. I actually could probably use water, connect all of the water here down to the water below there, so that way I can just go boop boop and get into the water, go all the way up. So I'm going to get some dark oak out here, and today's episode I'm just going to start with trying to bust out at least a little bit of the bedrock, so that way I can access the area down below. Alright, after some time here, I think they might have recently fixed the dark oak. So, in case you guys don't know, I just updated to 1.8.3 as of this episode. I don't think they talked about fixing this bug, but looks like they did. I just spent a whole stack of dark oak saplings on this area here, and yeah, as you can see, it didn't go through. Meaning that, looks like this bedrock methane breaking has no longer works. So, oof. I'm sure there's another one. I'm hoping there's another one. So I'm gonna have to try figuring that out at some point. But regardless, that means that I won't be working on that now, sadly. Instead, I'm going to try solving the food situation down there instead. Alright, after a little bit of building here, I think I have a nice farm set up. So, in the event you guys cannot tell, this is going to be a chicken farm. So this is going to be the output chest right here. I want to put a block under that because I just now noticed that there's no block under it. There we go. There's blocks under that. There we go. But I do have to hop all the way up here. So this is where the chickens are going to sit. In which case this will be my harvest batch. So I got a bunch of eggs I'm going to throw in there. Try to get a few chickens. I also got some seeds so I can breed them up. Probably going to leave the top up here open for quite a while. I do have to, however, put this in to make sure that they can't escape. So that is going to have to be like that for now. I also can theoretically put a block right here so that way I can throw them in, because this does not need to remain operational for very long. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't need to begin operating for a while, because I'm just going to sit here and build up eggs, throw them in there until I got a good cluster of chickens in there. However, the redstone in the back here is the primary part, because the chickens are sitting here on a hopper. I would prefer if you do not get involved in the system here. The chickens sit here on a hopper. It goes into this dispenser here. A comparator reads that, feeds that to this torch here, which resets the signal so it's no longer a mount-based. It is now purely a redstone base. Torch feeds that into a piece of redstone, flipping the signal back into a standard signal, so that way it is just going from red, unread, and back to red. So now it is going to read to that signal and then loop back on itself. So whenever this turns on, this will light up, signal will come up here, turn that off, turn that on, and then this will turn it off, and it will just keep looping around and around and around. And I have two repeaters here, making sure that no signal is going to wind up getting fed into this comparator, because you can feed comparators from the side, and that no redstone is going to wind up getting connected to this block, because this comparator is powering this block, so that way it doesn't get a harsh signal, because once again, there's going to be items in here, and there's going to be a strong signal. So that way, in the event there's like a large backlog of eggs, somehow, that way it doesn't build up, and then this block is powering here. So this thing will be fully powered and operational. I just have to now slowly begin feeding in the chickens, in which case I'm going to actually use a half block here. In which case, what is going to be happening here, the dispenser will shoot out the egg, because dispensers will throw the egg. It will land on top of this half block here. A baby chicken is half a block tall. I just need to put a bucket of lava there, and the chicken will burn up when it grows up. So, put the block here, and now I just need to begin throwing eggs in. Make sure not to hit any chickens that, so make sure not to throw this too quickly, or else I'm going to wind up launching the chickens. So, need to make sure that they fall down when I throw the egg. I'm getting a good rate here. And I also want to get as many chickens in here as possible. So that way I don't have to reset it. Or at least reset it as little as possible. So, as I am throwing all of the eggs in here, I'm probably going to be ending off today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have anything you want to see me be doing here in the future, be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. There's a billion projects I can always be doing here in this world, and this is a sandbox game. There's literally an infinite number of projects I can always wind up doing. So with that all now nice and said, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be seeing you guys here in the next one. So long. See ya. Oh, bye. I'm just gonna sit here and throw eggs for a little bit longer at the end of today's episode. You know, I'm just gonna space these eggs out a little bit longer. Almost out. Come on. I got a full stack of eggs left. I want to use them up. Also, I might wind up getting a 4 chicken, because I believe that's a thing. Yeah, I want to get that on camera. Come on. Okay, I'm probably not going to get a 4. That is like 1 in 1,000, I'm pretty sure, and I did not bring 1,000 eggs, so... oh boy. Oh, I'm almost out. Oh golly. Am I going to get it? I don't think I'm going to get it. Odds are comically against me. Okay, did I just not get any chickens from that stack? I think I did. I think I got a single chicken from that stack. Am I gonna get no chickens from this stack? Okay, I got 1 chicken from this stack. Cool. Alright, now I'm out. I think that's enough chickens in the farm. So, now that I got enough chickens in the farm, hop up here. And boom, and boom. Aha. Now... just gotta sit here and wait. And I also want to get the stone finished. How much is the stone? Only 1 row still. I still got a full chest.